Namaskar. Today it's April 12th, 2026. Each year on March 14 begins my 100-day Satvik journey towards the celebration of International Day of Yoga
Day
on June
Satvik journey to
21st. This year I chose to revisit Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. And also, this is my way of returning to the essence of yoga, not as a ritual or as a performance, neither as aesthetics, but as awareness. This is the Satvik Yogi Path, a simple, non religious, global way of living with clarity. Welcome to day 30 of Satvik Yogi Path. Yesterday, on day 29, we explored how clarity arises naturally when the mind settles. Today, Maharishi Patanjali tells us that there are obstacles that interrupt the steadiness. Yoga Sutra 1.30 from the first chapter, Samadhi Pad. The sutra is व्याधि स्तयान व्याधि स्तयान संशय प्रमाद आलस्य अविरति भ्रांति दर्शन अलब्ध भूमिकात्व अनविस्थतत्वानि चित्त विक्षेपास्तन अंतराय. Let's do it once again. I thought I studied that before, but let's do it once again. व्याधि स्थायन व्याधि व्याधिस्तायन संशय प्रमाद आलस्य अविरति भ्रांति दर्शन अलब्ध भूमिकात्व. And the last one is अनवस्थित यानी चित्त विक्षेपास्ते अंतराया. The nine obstacles, which means that these are the nine obstacles of mind that interrupt the steadiness. This Sutra 1.30 or the 30th Yoga Sutra from first chapter is about understanding these obstacles of the mind. So what are these obstacles of the mind? But first of all, these obstacles that we are saying, starting with Vyadhi, which is disease, then comes Stayan. Stayan is dullness. Then comes Pramad, Sanshay, doubt. Pramad is procrastination. Then comes the fifth one is Alasya, laziness. Avirati, which is craving for more, craving, desire for more. Bhranti darshan, erroneous perception. Bhranti darshan. And there are two more. Anavasthi, which is instability, and alabd, alabd, which means that the practitioner not able to reach the finer stage. The finer stage. And these are the obstacles of the mind. So these are definitely not sins. These are not moral failures. These are not punishments. These are simply human obstacles. Now, if someone has to mention that I have an addiction of something or someone, it is just natural movement of the mind. That does not mean that you are bad, or or that's a failure. It's just the movement of the mind. And that is the sutra talks about, that we understand these obstacles, we name these obstacles without judgment. We understand these nine obstacles with awareness. That's the sutra today. Okay, so let me once again go over the nine obstacles. So, starting with vyadhi, which is illness. When the body is unwell, the mind becomes disturbed. Stayan, dullness, a heaviness, or lack of interest. The third one is sanshay, doubt, not knowing what is true or what to trust. Pramad, procrastination, losing awareness, acting. Pramad is carelessness. Pramad, losing awareness or acting without attention. The fifth one, alasya, laziness. The mind resists effort. Alas, avirati, overindulgence. The senses pull you outward again and again, not inward. The senses pull you outward again and again and again. For example, I was just talking to my kid, and my kid recently started having uh it's a simple chocolate. But the chocolate, it's not that special. It has some coffee in it. So it's a coffee chocolate. And so they started with just one, somebody, their friend gave, and now they bought a whole packet, and it's like, Ma, I just love to have it every day. So it is overindulgence. And even though, and now this is turning into a habit that I have to have one every day. Recently, we were just having a discussion, and I was talking about Yoga Sutra 1.30 when I we were just having a discussion, and I said to my kid that as long as you recognize the obstacle of the mind, which is in this case is avirati, overindulgence, craving for more. So as long as we first, without any judgment, we with full awareness, as long as we understand what that obstacle is. So let's see what happens in the next few days. And then the seventh one, which is Bhranti Darshan. Bhranti Darshan is misunderstanding, seeing something incorrectly. Once again, Bhranti Darshan, seeing something incorrectly. Alabdh Bhumikatva. Alabdh Bhumikatva, lack of progress. Feeling stuck, unable to move forward. That's another obstacle of the mind. That does not mean that one is a failure. If if I feel stuck or if I'm not able to move forward, that does not, I should not be starting to believe that, oh, I'm a failure and I can't do that. It's just the mind, it's just a interrupter of the steadiness that I want to bring my mind to so that I get clarity. And the last is the ninth one is anavasthita, anavasthitatva, which is instability, gaining clarity but not being able to maintain it. You gained clarity, but you're not able to maintain it. So the nine obstacles of the mind are vyadhi, illness, stayan, dullness, sanshay, doubt, pramad, carelessness, or procrastination, alasya, laziness, avirati, overindulgence, Bhranti darshan, misunderstanding. Alabd, bhumikatva, lack of progress. And anavasthi tattva, which is instability. So these are the natural waves of mind. Everyone has it. Me, you, everyone has these natural waves of mind. Everyone experiences them. Even sincere practitioners do. Maharishi Patanjali names them so we can recognize them without judgment. Now, if I have to give you an analogy, I will give you the analogy of the wind and the flame. So let's hear it. Imagine a small flame in a quiet room. When the air is still, the flame stands tall, right? Have you tried it? When the air is still, the flame stands tall, unwavering. But when the wind enters, even a gentle breeze, the flame flickers. The flame is your awareness. The flame is your awareness. The wind is these nine obstacles that we just read. So, our goal is not to fight the wind. We can't win. The goal is to understand it. The goal is to understand the obstacle. For many years, I've watched people feeling guilty when their mind becomes distracted or when their practice feels inconsistent. But Maharishi Patanjali is telling us something simple, that you are not failing. Your mind is experiencing what every mind experiences. The Satvik Yogi Path is not about perfection, it is about awareness. And so, why does this matter in our practice? Why does it matter? This Sutra 1.30, teaches us that obstacles are natural. For example, illness, procrastination, laziness, doubt, misunderstandings, instability, overindulgence. So these nine obstacles, these are natural, but awareness reduces their power. Awareness reduces their power. Naming them brings clarity. Like you name them. Oh, I am procrastinating. So I have already named that obstacle. Oh, I'm being lazy here. I'm naming it with full aware, with my full awareness. Recognizing an obstacle as it appears. So during our discussion, my discussion with my kid, having this chocolate, which is coated with some coffee or something. So we were having the discussion, and well, they themselves said that, Ma, it is like I feel like having it more and more and more. So I said, then what do you think this is? Just be in with your awareness. What do you think it is? So it is very important we name it. I asked, is it procrastination? No. Are you being lazy? No. Then what it is? Then they said, it is craving for more, and which is very natural. We all human, as human beings, we all have these obstacles. So, no, do not blame yourself. Rather, name it, understand it, and name it. That's the first step. So, let's begin our stillness practice. Remember, stillness practice, jap, which is the gentle repetition, which will be followed by bhavna, softer contemplation. And the last is just observation. So let's begin jap, the softer repetition. Remember, let the sound rise from your belly. Uh, Let the sound move through your chest. Oh. And let the sound rest on your lips. Mm. Remember, with gentle repetition and soft contemplation, clarity appears. And that's our goal, that we want clarity. But to bring about clarity, we have to understand the obstacles and name the obstacles. Which obstacle? So let's go with jap, the soft repetition. Place your hand on your navel and we practice, we repeat Om 3 times. Back and spine straight, chin slightly tucked in, and look at a point at the eye level. Keep looking at it with a smile on your face. And let's begin. One more time. And one last time. And open your eyes. Now we practice bhavna. What is bhavna? Bhavna, remember, you drop a stone in the lake, in the still water. You just drop a stone and the ripples start to form one after the other. That's the jump. One after the other, and the every time a new ripple becomes softer than the previous one, just like the jump, softer. But what is bhavna? Bhavna is the contemplation that you just watch the ripple getting softer and softer and softer until the water becomes still once again. So you experience the ripples slowly getting softer and softer, and the water becomes still again. So that you're letting the ripple get softer and softer, and the water gets still again. You're just watching, and that's contemplation. You just let it get the water get still. Contemplation, the meaning. So let's practice bhavna. Well, we stay with the meaning: awareness, steadiness, and clarity. Awareness, steadiness, and clarity. Close your eyes with a smile on your face. Awareness, the steadiness, and how the water becomes clear. Just stay like this. Many thoughts may come to you, but you're not chasing your thoughts. No, you're not following the thoughts. You're just bringing all your focus onto your navel and your breath. And open your eyes. And the last stillness practice is observation. Now, observation without judging. So, in this practice, of course, you would place your hand onto your navel, and this time you would notice if any of the nine obstacles are present in your mind today. Obstacle 1, Vyadhi, disease. Obstacle 2, dullness, Sthayan. Obstacle 3, Sanshay, doubt. Obstacle 4, Pramad, procrastination. Obstacle 5, Alasya, laziness. Obstacle 6, Avirati, over indulgence or just cravings. Obstacle 7, Bhranti darshan, which is misunderstandings. Obstacle 8, alabdh bhumikatva, lack of progress, feeling stuck. Obstacle 9, anavasthitatva, instability. Remember, all these 9 obstacles we all humans have. These obstacles disrupt or interrupt the steadiness, and hence clarity cannot appear naturally. So, our job today in this practice is to notice if any of these 9 obstacles we have in us today. Is it laziness? Is it procrastination? Is it dullness? Lack of interest in doing anything? Or is it disease? Or is it overindulgence? Or is it instability? Or is it misunderstanding? Notice if any of these 9 obstacles you have today. Just notice. It is okay if you do not have. If you notice any, that is also okay because we are only observing. So that was our observation practice where without judgment, we are just observing the obstacle, the antaraya of the chit, which is the modification or the movement of the chit, the mind. So here we are at day 30 challenge. Today, choose one obstacle you notice in yourself. One obstacle. It could be any out of the 9. It could be dullness, that is lack of interest, or it could be laziness. You would just notice one obstacle. Or is it overindulgence? Or is it laziness? So you would just notice, or is it some misunderstanding? Only notice. Just notice one obstacle. And as you notice, you have to name it. Name it. You may say that, oh, I noticed I have couple of obstacles going on today. Just one. One is the challenge. And you name it. If you see that, okay, you've been procrastinating something, name it. Okay, so this obstacle is procrastination. So name it. That is the challenge. Just one obstacle you would notice you have in yourself today. And you would simply name it gently. You will not judge. You will not blame yourself because we all have it in us. You're not different. So if you notice one of the nine obstacle, name it. That's the challenge. Awareness is the first step towards steadiness. Awareness is the first step. Hence, you will notice and you will name it. Day 30. I still can't believe this is day 30 of the 100 days Satvik journey towards my returning to the essence of yoga, which is global living with clarity, entirely non religious, no ritual, no performance, not for aesthetics, but just awareness with awareness. Day 30 reminds us that obstacles are natural. I want you to know that obstacles are natural. We all have it in us. And awareness is the path through them. So, Yoga Sutra 1.30 tells us that if I have laziness, if I have eight obstacles of the nine, that does not mean I will blame myself or I'll think, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. And no, no, don't judge because we all have it in us. It is only through awareness that I can make my way through because awareness is the first step towards steadiness. I thank you all for showing up every day. I thank you. We meet again tomorrow. Until then, stay warm, stay open, and most importantly, stay honest to your own story. Thank you.